We're having a heat wave. Can you see the snow? A tropical heat wave. Cars going by, looking at a crazy man talking to a camera in a grizzly bear hunter hat. It's snowing. I thought the last days of winter road trip already happened. What is this? What is this snow nonsense? Friends, family, and strangers, we are about to take a ride in Clifford, my big red van. We have a few things to do. We got to take some stuff to my storage unit. We got to pick up a delicious pizza. We have to head to the laundromat to buy a couple cool stickers, and hopefully I can get a blue duck this time. It's a passion in my life. It's so important. You can't live without a blue duck. And guess what? The seller of my mortgage-free property has accepted my offer. Kinda. My realtor and I offered $20,000 less than asking price. They countered with $15,000 less than asking price. I'm okay with a $15,000 savings. So you know what I did? I responded back, 2 simple words: I accept. So please, this video is gearing up to be a banger because we have a lot to do in the next 24 hours. So put your pants on, tie up your shoes, then untie them and slip them on, then tie them again, and hop in the van with me. And let's do it. I assume my realtor knows what he's talking about when he comes up with prices that he thinks will work. The price we asked for my new place seems to have worked. I expected them to counter offer. I think their counter offer was very lucky for me. They only wanted $5,000 more than we offered to pay. And considering how much of a discount that still is, I think my realtor picked a great price. So my question was, my fuel light's going off, and that's convenient because I'm pulling into the gas station as we speak. So hopefully he has also picked a very good, reasonable, effective price that will take. Someone will buy it at that price. If a potential buyer wants to offer something less than, as I have done, then I will let him tell me whether that is a good idea or not, because I have to make sure that I walk away with enough financial overhead to make these other things happen. However, it's a delicate little dance, because also I still want to get rid of the place. And priority number 1, get rid of that mortgage. Priority number 2, have the money left over to move into the new casa, or at least the new plot of land. I think it'll work. I think it'll all work out, give or take a few minor adjustments. My friends, don't ever stop waiting for traffic on railroad tracks. Only across the railroad tracks, if you know already, you have enough clearance to get across the railroad tracks completely. If you know traffic's about to stop and you can only move forward a few inches, and that will place you right on the tracks, then don't do it, my friends. No matter what. It is time to pick up a delicious Jets pizza. Well, just so you know, the young gentleman in Jets Pizza was very rude. Couldn't find my order. We had to kind of look around. I made full apologies in advance in case I had placed it the wrong way or selected it as delivery on accident. When he finally found it after talking to his manager, I guess they had already signed it off on their end or something, whatever the case was. He came over, took the box, put it down in front of me, mumbled something about DoorDash under his breath. I could barely hear him. Didn't look up to even acknowledge that I was still in his presence. Certainly didn't say thank you. Didn't offer to have any kind of conversation on what the confusion was. Not that he had to, but there is a thing called decorum, my friends. And, you know, the biggest kicker was not even saying thank you or appreciate your business or have a good one, see you next time, nothing. Not even looking up to see that I was physically still standing there. I thought that was rude, dudes. I thought I would share that with you. So I took the pizza, turned around and said, whatever, good chat, and walked out. And I'm speeding through a school zone right now. Just kidding, but I almost did. I was getting a little too fast. I had to slow it down. This is a 10 by 20, my friends. And much like every other storage unit on Earth, it comes with an oil stain. If you try to break into my storage unit, I'm warning you now, you will be pecked to death by Scrody McScrotwhistle. So, let's not get our pony ahead of our carriage, or our carriage ahead of our pony. However you're supposed to say, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I am not necessarily a doubter or a naysayer, but I am an overthinker. I guess, I don't know. I think it's a quality, not a bad thing. But anyways, my friends, remind me to make another mortgage payment. So instead of my mortgage being officially 2 months late, soon to be 3, it'll only be 1 month late, soon to be 2. It's not technically going to be late for March until the 17th. So should I put money aside for it until the 17th gets close and then pay on the 17th if I haven't sold my old place yet? Because once I sell the place and contact them and let them know, they're not going to be looking for what's not paid, because they're going to give me a payoff quote. It'll all be done and settled, and I'll pay that amount. Anyways, like you were saying, yeah, so remind me to go ahead and make another mortgage payment despite all this stuff going on. Perhaps my last mortgage payment ever, perhaps. Only a few seconds is all you need. Next time someone calls you pond scum, they're referring to this. And just like that, my friends, through the power of movie magic, it is dark outside. Driving the van at night, kind of stressful because the headlights are horrible and there is no bright lights. If I were to toggle the switch for bright lights, all it would do was cut out the headlights completely. When I first bought the van, I tried that a couple times and it was scary. because you had to try to figure out what you did wrong right away and go back to normal to get any lights to come back up. I would demonstrate if I didn't have this person riding my ass real closely right now, and just in case it's one of our fine sheriff's deputies, I don't want to be out here navigating in the dark just to show you what it looks like when we try the bright lights that don't work. But in any event, he's tailgating me pretty darn close. I'm sure he doesn't like my varying speeds on these curves. So who knows? Maybe a road rage incident will break out soon, if I'm lucky. But I wanted to let you know a couple things. One, we're headed to the laundromat, the greatest place on earth. And two, since we last spoke, I received a phone call right before heading into work. My realtor said, your house has now been on the market for 13 minutes, and someone not only has made an offer, but will give you $5,000 non-refundable deposit just for the chance to do a walkthrough in 2 days from now and to be the first one that gets a chance to make an offer. However, that's to make sure we're okay with his offer, what that particular potential buyer has in mind, what they want to spend. So we are going to reanalyze the official payoff quote from my mortgage company. We're going to analyze the official cost of the new place, plus the predicted closing cost and interest and things like that from my mortgage. We're going to see just how well I will do with these two transactions. So I need to do all that tonight, basically. I need to look at my mortgage account. I also need to sign a whole slew of more documents. And I'll probably put out this video tonight as well while we're at it. And then, if the first official showing is in 2 days, that is great, but also kind of nerve-wracking at the same time, because you boys got work again tomorrow, and that makes the showing the next day. So basically, I might as well go ahead and forget what sleep was like for the next couple weeks, I guess, starting like yesterday. Not that I got much sleep yesterday. Last, I would say 4 or 5 days, I've been running on a rock solid 4 to 5 hours a night, give or take a couple, you know what I mean? It's hard to concentrate on what I'm trying to tell you because there is a complete and total dipshit who still is riding my tail but refuses to pass. I don't know what has to happen in someone's brain to where they've decided tailgating me and never passing is an intelligent choice. I don't know if it's supposed to teach me a lesson. I don't know if it's supposed to encourage me to hit a deer at the same rate of speed they would if they were to do it. That car right there is not the person tailgating me. That's the person who decided to pass the person who's tailgating me and pass me as well. That driver has a brain. But anyway, like you were saying, got some things we got to do. Actually completely lost my train of thought. We were talking about this upcoming first initial walkthrough, this first showing of my home, my what I will now call the old house. So basically that means I'm going to try to get this laundry done, try to get me a blue duck at the laundromat, try to eat another piece of pizza here in my beautiful red Clifford van, and I will also be trying to put up this video, getting it all ready and snug in bed just for you. That way tomorrow we can start fresh with a nice new day in the life. You can watch me frantically coordinate things with my realtor while trying to pack and get some stuff, not all of the house, but some stuff in the house moved politely out of the way. That way when the day comes, which is just the following day, I like how when they merge back over around me, they cut over as close as they can. Like they really just want to, 2 more inches, they want to see if they can just take off my front bumper. It's a super intelligent way to drive, said no one ever. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and bump it up from 46 mile per hour to good old 50 mile per hour. I'm willing to work with these kind folks. I mean, this is deer country galore out here. A lot of times someone will pass you, and this is not an exaggeration in case you're about to say so. A lot of times people will pass you, and a few miles up ahead you'll see brake lights, and then you'll get up there and you'll see them on the side of the road with steam coming out of their car, and you'll see a dead deer who just ate grill, baby. And I go, well, thank you for passing me so that you could hit that instead of me, and you could scare that away before I got to it. But in any event, as far as tomorrow goes, I just want to get stuff kind of out of the way for when God knows who doing God knows what while looking at my house. I'm not going to take everything out of the house, but I'm going to try to get, like, this might sound silly, but I want to get my entire movie collection completely out of the house. And I also want to get, like, my laptop and most of my office out of there, because I'm a firm believer in everyone's good until you tempt them with a reason not to be. Everyone's good, but just in case, don't tempt them with a reason not to be, is how I should say it. So it's like, I want you to focus on my house, and I don't want the wrong person in there to go, oh, this is a cool laptop. I think I'll just sneak this under my arm real quick as we walk out, and you know what I mean? What's my realtor going to do? Tackle the guy and say, and obviously that's an extreme, that's reaching pretty far out. I get it. However, it's a darn good motivation to start moving, which I already started doing, but it's time for a little bit more. Let's do another van load tomorrow. Okay, so now that you've heard me rant about all that extra stuff that was not required, lastly, what were you saying? Yeah, I don't know either. I'm just going to enjoy this guy bright lighting me and riding my tail. Now flashing on and off the bright lights. So, alright, it's time for me to lock up my brakes now. Oh yeah, when my showing happens, I will most likely leave. That way my realtor can work this guy over, work his magic, and try to get my place sold without me being there chiming in with, you know how sometimes I say some things that just kind of fill time. Unfortunately, it's kind of a bad habit. Some call that the gift of gab. I call it the curse of gab. So, yeah, I'll probably get the f*** out of there. Let that showing happen on its own. Hey, that truck that was tailgating me finally learned what passing was. That took a long time for him to Google it. But he finally found the right page and learned what passing was. There he is, right up there. Oh, I wish this was my first day on Earth. So much to discover. There doesn't seem to be any blue ducks in here anymore. I did notice this cool one, which I don't think I've seen before. If I did, I didn't really notice it, but yeah. Actually, finally, that's the I was looking earlier for a lot longer than this time, and I didn't notice this one, but he's way up here. That's pretty flimsy. All right, let's see what we can come up with, boys. Wish me luck. Where's my blue duck? Bring it. Oh, another repeat. Another repeat, boys. Just like last time, since I already have a quack, and I'm already a quack, I'll donate it. The same place I donated the last one, right above the alien stickers. Or what used to be alien stickers, because as you remember, nothing happened last time. So he's going to sit here, right by short-haired Jesus, very trimmed beard Jesus. Me getting 2 repeat ducks might be a sign to try a different toy. There are aliens. They're kind of cute, but they're very, very microscopic. Huh. There's some jewelry you can purchase for 50 cents. All you do is put 2 quarters back to back. There's a dragon. There's a little stretchy man back there. This toy here is one of those you pull apart and it, I guess, makes whistle noises. Oh, I'm thinking me and the blue duck will never happen. And look, people has definitely been hitting it up since I've been here last. They're almost gone. About down to its last third, I would say. I would love to get a hamburger. Would love to get one of these. And definitely want to get a ladybug duck, but most of all, I want a blue duck. Let's go ahead and try our hand at another junk food duty. And as you know, I've been saying, I really want a turds. Let's see if this one still has stickers left, unlike this one that left us empty stickered last time. Uh-oh. It's not moving at all. You know what that means. A guilt-free duck attempt. Dun 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 dun. Let's roll the dice, baby, and try for a blue one this time. Big money, no whammies. Another sad repeat. And just like any sad repeat, it's a donation. So some kid or big kid like me will come in here and see not 1 free duck, but 2 free ducks right underneath short-haired, trimmed beard Jesus. I hate to be the one that has to break this to you, but we're not stopping until we get a blue duck or all the ducks are gone. That doesn't mean we're not stopping tonight, because tonight we are stopping. $1 in for nothing. That's a good place to stop. Only for tonight. We'll be back in my beautiful laundry room before you know it, to hopefully get what's left of a blue duck. Look at my Vito clothes, rumbling and tumbling as they go from dirty-minded to pure at heart. As I sit here watching my clothes wash in front of me in my nice big cozy van, it feels so weird to say because what makes you feel more old than riding around in a gigantic ass creeper van, which by definition is a van with no back windows of any kind, and that's exactly what Clifford is. So yeah, I'm officially old now. But anyways, as I sit here, I noticed that my brand new storage unit place called, and I thought, did I do something wrong in the appy? They took my money already, instantly. So, did not hesitate to go to it and put stuff in it and lock it up, as you already saw. But anyways, apparently state law requires them to document and or report potentially if there is going to be a vehicle in that unit that has any lien on it. And it's probably so people don't keep a car from getting repoed, which is kind of genius. Let's say your car note's like $300 a week. It's not genius because you're just going to get yourself in legal trouble. But as far as a criminal goes, let me see, is my laundry done? As far as a criminal goes, let's say your car note's like $350 a month, and you're like, well, this storage unit's only $80 a month. So you rent the bitch out, park your car in there, and the guy is literally, he called and left a voicemail asking me that question. He said, the law requires us. I would just play the voicemail for you, but it gives all of his, he says his name and the full name of the business and all that. And, but he says state law requires us to ask you on your application, on your lease, if you are going to put any vehicles in the unit that have liens on them or loans on them. If that's all it takes, just asking and taking the person's word for it, then what does it matter? Because if someone's doing that to avoid getting their shit repoed, then wouldn't they just lie? Or that say, like, maybe I misunderstood and he was saying, do you have liens on any vehicles at all? Which, if you did, but you weren't storing them there, what if you just told the person no? Or if you said yes, does that mean that they have to report it, I guess, to some database? And if anybody ever tries to find your car, they're like, well, this person did pop up in our system as having a storage unit. That's big enough for a car. We should go check it out. And I wanted to tell you this, friends, family, strangers. Your boy is taking a vacation. Well, with you, of course, duh. As soon as this whole mishigosh is settled with my house, old, and my house, new, and your boy walks away with a stack and a half, I think I'm going to, not like blow all my money or nothing like that, but I think I'm going to get away for a couple days, like farther than normal away, like farther on out, maybe somewhere brand new, just for shats and gags, you know what I'm saying? Just to be like, hey, I can take a little trippy pie, little vacationer, without really worrying too much about catching up financially when I finally get home. That'll be a first for you, boy. That siren off in the distance, right over there, has been wailing for about 10 minutes straight. I wonder what in the world is happening. That's like one of those deals where your house is on fire, they just roll up and jump out without shutting their sirens off. Something's going down in this little town. 6 years ago, when I was looking for a piece of land to purchase, I probably already told you that I wanted to buy something with nothing on it, and I was willing to get a mortgage loan to make that happen because I didn't have any money to make that happen. My realtor said that I should contact this particular lender, blah, 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 so I did. And that particular lender, blah, 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 told me, you have good credit, however, you have poor credit history. So what you should do is you should buy a piece of property with an asset on it, like a house. At that particular time, I was so damned eager to get out of my apartment situation. I said, okay. And I went for their plan instead of my original plan. Looking back, I wish I'd have just moved my crap into a storage unit, saved up, and bought a cheap piece of crap property with nothing on it at the time. But I didn't want to risk like getting in trouble at my job, not having a legitimate verified address, or when it came to license renewal time, would I get in trouble for not being able to bring like a piece of mail from my address, blah. I didn't really know. I kind of just went the pussy's way out. This key, by the way, has been hanging here for years. No one has claimed it. I say that because I've come to this laundromat literally for years, and no one has claimed this key. It's been probably 3 years, so I should throw this away, but who am I to judge? Maybe out of the woodwork, after all this time, someone will come to get that key. But anyways, having this property came with all of its demands, all of its fixing-uppings, and worst of all of its mortgage payments at a high rate, blah, blah, blah. And I just found myself unhappy, miserable, fucking over it. So you know what I did instead recently, as you already know? I got this new deal going now. Come to find out, this property that I should have never bought in the first place actually increased in value so much to where I can get the F out of there and purchase another property that it's much better in so many different ways, especially the fact that it is going to be a mortgage-free situation, which means I will buy it outright. And this is one noisy heater up here. Listen to this thing. Anyways, like we were saying, come to find out that property has increased in value over the last 6 years. It's really the only way, at least in my current situation, I guess, kind of the only way that I'm able to go back and attempt the original attempt, which was to buy a flat piece of land with nothing on it, kind of a homesteader's property. Basically, all I really wanted was an address to put on my license so I don't have to ever worry about paying a mortgage or paying a landlord. These are nice and hot. And most of all, I don't ever have to worry about, while van lifing, not having a legit address, because I looked into it, and basically what it comes down to is you have to either maintain a bed at a homeless shelter or live there in order to have an address, and that has to be done through forms and a representative willing to work with you, a representative from the actual shelter. And I didn't want to go through all that because I can afford an apartment, so I didn't know if they were going to look into my finances, see that I work. All I want to do is van life. And I'm not going to use a friend's address. I'm not going to use a family member's address because I want to do this on my own. And I don't really have someone who's not a giant pain in the ass that I can comfortably do that with. So I wanted to do it on my own. I wanted my own address. And it is a great idea to have a little piece of property that is legitimately, legally, fully and completely yours while van lifing and traveling, etc. It's great to have a piece of property that you can go back to when need be, especially if you're working and it's close to work or whatnot. That's great. But who needs the house and all the amenities that go with it if you are comfortable and totally just fine doing it a different way, and knowing that the crippling mortgage payment that comes with it, or even worse, you want all the amenities but the absolutely insane rent that comes with it. I wanted to reject that model, try something different, something that works for me, having no kids, no marriage. I wanted to live, finally, the way that I wanted to live. So, like I said, having this property that increased in value actually allowed me to pursue that original goal, because the money I'm going to get out of it. Now, there is a house on the new property, but it's such a dump, as I've explained, and I can't wait to show you when we do our first walkthrough together with you in tow. It's such a dump, it might as well be just a flat piece of land. That works for me. The only pain in the butt is the fact that I got to figure out what to do with this soon-to-be condemned structure that's way too close to a neighboring home, that I got to worry about the safety of their house and etc. But that's fine. To help push this original plan along, 6 years delayed, better late than never, I'm willing to do that. And I get a little bonus. There is a nice garage, a nice two-bay garage plus some extra space as well. I guess you'd call that a 2-bay plus workspace garage. That I can park my van in for extra insulation in the cold, extra shelter in the storm, extra storage, blah blah blah. So it's like I'm getting what I wanted, but with the garage as a bonus. Whereas 6 years ago, I thought, I'm getting what I wanted, except a really nice big house out in the country as a bonus. And I didn't want the big mortgage payment to come with it, but at least I got me a place, and at least I'm not around my screwy ass, psychopath ass lease manager who I was ready to just spit in her face for vandalizing my truck, my brand new $65,000 truck. This C word of a lady literally glued a piece of paper to my window because she didn't like that I was blocking someone's garage. But guess what? I was blocking my own garage that I was renting. We were perfectly allowed to park in front of them. However, I was parked in the corner of this lot instead of right up against my garage. The only person that I would have been blocking to get access to the garage was me. But I was not parked in the exact way that I agreed to. Instead of figuring out who it was by simply checking my license plate, browsing through some leases, and calling me, she decided to literally glue Not like this, not like tape that comes off, but literally glue a piece of paper to the window of my truck. I almost lost my shit. And I kind of did, because I just got out of there as quick as I could. And haste makes mistakes. Because I bought that house on that land way, way far away from where I work. Because I wanted the way far away from where I work lifestyle on the weekends. Blah, blah, blah. Lesson learned, my friends. Lesson learned. So basically, I will be van lifing in a van, in a garage, or wherever I take that van on any particular day. And slowly but surely over time, I'm going to build the other half of that garage into, because that garage is a separate building from the soon-to-be condemned house. And that house really will just fall in here soon. And you'll see what I mean when we walk through it. But this still is a leap over to the next property, meaning I'm going to move again in a matter of years, a few years, not really that much time from now. I am moving again to where I want to grow old there. And I will announce it when that comes here in a few years. I would say full disclosure, 2 to 5 years is what I'm thinking will happen. And that's going to happen, and it's going to be out of state. It's going to be once my investments are kicking ass, which they will at that time, and I will not be requiring the state of Ohio. I will not be requiring an employer anymore. It'll just be me and you full-time, Dougalo Nation, and whoever else is in my life between now and then and beyond. That'll be fun. But anyways, even with this being still a transitional property, meaning I'm still moving on again someday soon, this new property with a falling down house and me living in the garage, the garage barn, I still will most likely be building one half of that building into a home, and there's still the possibility of rebuilding an entire ass new little house on the parcel of land anyways, once that old house gets burnt by the fire department or bulldozed, or I, to save money, will go in every couple days and just take a physical section of the property away, starting with the roof and working my way down through the inside out, literally carrying chunks of the roof down the steps and setting it out into the trash can. When that house is completely gone, it'll either be time for me to leave Ohio altogether, or it'll be time for me to put a prefab on the property, or a single wide, or whatever the hell I'm in the mood for at the time, which will probably be just a full rebuild of a cute little house. And I think my clothes might be dry, so let's get the fuck out of here. I was duped. They were still a little damp. But my new home is not going to have a dryer for me to take wet clothes home and take my time through the weekend to dry them. First of all, there's been a ton of Saturdays I've been having to work lately, and my dryer's kind of on the fritz. I'm pretty much just leaving it with the house, and the new owner can have my dryer, along with a bunch of other projects I'm leaving behind for them to deal with. So I got to get used to using these dryers at the laundromat like a normal person. So far, I use that big machine down back here in the corner, which is like $8.75. And so far, I've put 4 quarters each in these 3. I used 3 and broke it up into thirds, thinking that would get them dry faster. No one's here using anything but me, so like, would one shirt get dry for 1/4? Okay, so put a shirt and a towel and something in each single one of these, and then get the whole thing done in 5 minutes. Or in this case, 20 minutes with my clothes divided into 1/3 pieces, baby. And since we are van lifing already, and someone's going to be walking through my house in 2 days to see if they want to buy it, should I even bother with putting those clean clothes back into my house, into my dresser drawer, or should I just put them in to my new house, that beautiful van, and just leave them in there? That's where I can change my clothes, especially now that warmer days are finally upon us here in Central Ohio. And they are still not dry, so that's another quarter. $1.25 in each one of these. Now we're up to $3.75. I guess like getting all those clothes dry for $5 kind of is a bargain, but what little I have in each one, 5 quarters now to get rid of that last little dampness, starting to get freaking old pretty quick. Come on. Come on here. No, I don't want to spend $20 a week while van lifing just on laundry. And I won't have to, because as I said, I will slowly but surely be converting 1/2 of that garage barn into my little house. And in that little house, I can hook up all the amenities. That lot of land is ready to go with village water and village septic ready to plug in. So one of the first things I will do after I come back from my little vacation celebration trip thing is contact an electrician, contact a plumber, contact a general contractor, and just see what they say, see what their estimates are and stuff like that. And I also need to talk to someone who knows about zoning, not zoning, but codes, building codes and all that stuff, so I make sure I can do this right. And I also would like to make sure if I go to sell the joint, if that half the garage is still a full-blown house, that it can sell properly. But by then, you don't, whatever, there may be another house on the lot, and that original house and that garage might be completely gone by then. We just don't know. Check this out, dude. Someone has defaced the wall quite a bit here in this laundromat bathroom. I love you forever, bright baby. If your lover has confessed their love to you on the wall in a laundromat in a sleepy little town out in the middle of nowhere, I think that relationship needs to be let go. And look at these inspirational quotes. Life is hard enough. Don't be so hard on yourself. Every day you wake with arm in your something. Every day you wake up with air in your lungs is a new chance at something better. Always and forever, SRP and whatever. Just like the Lock Bridge, people's confessing their love on here. Forgive your mistakes, let go of the past, and start new. Well, whatever rehab this person came out of, I'm glad they're doing well, and I'm glad they want to inspire others, but this is BS vandalism, is what this is. Remind me to get my big suitcase, both of my suitcases, and put them in the van pretty much permanently from now on. And that's where all the clothes I am actively using will go. Some of the other ones will go in long-term storage boxes. and I'll just leave them in the van. But for now, since I don't have that going on, there's really no need to fold these. I guess I'll take them in the house and fold them like good old-fashioned days for now.
Oh, would you look at that? Oh, look at that. A deer called 911 because he got hit and said the guy who hit me needs to be put away on charges. Oh, would you look at that? Oh, they're 20 deep blocking the road. Oh, what's going on? I should probably get over and go around. Oh, can barely see with these little ass flimsy lights on this van. What the heck is down there in the ditch line? Oh, somebody's truck was in the ditch. Oh. I am so damn sleepy. But I have to stay up for a little while longer because I told my guy, my realtor, that I would get all of the new documents signed tonight. I think it's only documents pertaining to the counter offer on the new property that I'm agreeing to fully. But it can't be anything pertaining to the old property because part of what I have to do tonight is pull up exactly what I still owe on the balance of my mortgage, the principal. And I'm also submitting a request for a payoff balance or a full payoff total, whatever it is. And I don't know if that's something that the program online would give me right away or if it's something I have to wait for somebody to send back to me or whatever. So time will tell, but my realtor is going to just go off of whatever it says my unpaid principal is, plus his guesstimate. With that, he'll come up with a guesstimate of what I'll need to pay, what I'll need to make on the property, what I'm going to make on the property with the current offer that came through from a potential buyer. And he's also going to tell me again what he thinks roughly I will walk away with once I have that, plus have purchased the new property as well. So your boy should get a comfortable payday and a mortgage-free piece of property out of this transition. All right, I'm back with my clean, dry clothes. The only real place they can go now would be in these. Not sure which should go in what, but I guess I'll figure it out as I go. I guess they can, all different types of clothes can go in both. The real only options are like t-shirts, pants, socks, undies, and I guess what would it matter? T-shirts and pants in one, maybe the big one, and then everything else in the slightly smaller one. What to do, bo. Should have been in bed about an hour ago, but burning the fucking midnight oil. Now I gotta go check my email and sign all them documents and pull up that stuff about my mortgage and get the exact numbers ready for my guy to do his thing. I'm really stressed about, not really stressed, but stressed enough about the fact that I want to get some stuff out of here before that first showing, like my clothes and my computer. And believe it or not, for some reason I have my mind set on getting all of these movies out of this room into boxes prior to not tomorrow, but the next day. So in less than 24 hours, I want to at least have all this in the van. So I might just wait until like the morning of the showing, get up early again, and get this entire room packed into that van, locked it up, and I'll take my car away so my realtor can do his thing. And I know it's weird and like who gives a shit, but really what it comes down to is I have no idea who's going to be in this house looking at it. And a child or a parent who sucks or whoever might just be like, yeah, this is a cool house. Yeah, I like it. And why would they do that? Because people do that all the time. And if you're going to steal something, you know, it won't be anything out of this room that I don't want to recollect any title that I've collected. I don't want to say, where the hell is that one? I know I had it. And look, I highly doubt someone will steal anything. I genuinely, highly doubt it. But I would rather just have that done so I don't have to wonder if it's highly doubtable or not. So, like, for example, if you're going to steal something, bad example, because this is going to be left here anyways. If you're going to steal something, then I'd much rather it be something like this. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You were saying about the house? Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it's a cool house. I think I'll make an offer. You know what I mean? Quit laughing, because people do that stuff all the time. I'm here at my desk, and my computer monitor won't turn on, and it's not the remote, because the one up there did turn on because they run off the same remote. That's weird timing, because I need to start pulling this computer out anyways and get it put into this box and taken with me pretty much whenever I leave the house from now on, because I don't know when and how often someone will be in here looking at this beautiful place. Now that's just weird. There's the monitor over there on the floor now. Okay, guys, I did it. I'm up way past my bedtime, but I did it. I got him the information he needed. I put together an official response to the phone call we had earlier, and I will send this exact thing to him in a text message here in about 2 hours when it is like daylight and morning time outside. And it says, on my mortgage loan, the payoff estimate as of such date is this amount. If you feel I will be more than able to purchase the blank property, satisfy my mortgage loan, cover all closing costs, including INCLUDING, I hope that's how it's spelled, including your commission as well as anything I may have overlooked, then yes, please have the potential buyer we discussed look at the property on blank date with the non-refundable deposit in place if you still feel this is our proper next step. Thanks for all the great work. Text anytime. I will be free blank until blank and all day blank. Word to your mother. It's cold. Waiting for my sleeping bag to cook in the dryer so I can get naked. Then jump in it like I'm in a hot tub, baby. Just so we're clear, I contacted this realtor 4 days ago. Technically 5 days ago, but he never responded, so I texted him the next day, which was 4 days ago, and said, hey, there's a property I saw with your name on it. I want to look at it if it is still available. He said, it's not, but what's your situation? We got to talking. And now he has someone coming to look at this place who's going to give me a non-refundable deposit that I keep regardless if he makes an offer or not. Okay, cool. Didn't know that was a thing, but I'll take it. Don't threaten me with free money. And I have a offer in on not what I called him about originally, but a house like 3 houses away from that one that is just fine, all things considered. And probably better, because the one I originally called him about probably would have required a mortgage, and I don't know, I highly doubt I would have went for that anyway. As you know, the whole point was the mortgage free mindset. MFM, mortgage free mindset. So yeah, in just 4 days, this bad mammer jammer has me out of this place into the place I want with a fat stack in my pocket. It's only been 4 days. Okay, guys, it's time for me to catch a quick 3 hours and 40 minutes so I can wake up and move some more crap into my van and then take it to storage. Isn't that exciting? And I was trying to schedule that information to my realtor for like later in the morning, but I couldn't get it to do it. But it still might later, like 2 more times. So I went ahead and sent it now, like not even the butt crack of dawn, like 6 a.m. And the dude said on his iPhone, acknowledged the message where it says like, liked. You can be like, you rock, and they'll send back, liked, you rock. So he's awake, or I just woke him up, one of the three. But yeah, time for a quick nap and then more BS. And I'm assuming tomorrow, at how fast everything's gone, I'm assuming tomorrow we'll be good. We'll be good to go. And if for some reason this very eager buyer, potential buyer for this place, doesn't like what he sees, then I keep a fat non-refundable deposit. And this potential buyer has already agreed to do that. Why would you pay and I'm talking about a fat, like ridiculous non-refundable deposit? Why would you pay that amount of money knowing you're going to pay it just to be able to be the first one to get a contract if you're not going to buy it? What the hell could be wrong that it would be worth that much money to you to turn it down that you didn't know about? Because my guy told you what you're buying here as is, with the house with its issues. So, but either way, that's a pretty slick deal for me, I guess. If enough people do that and don't want to buy it. It's funny how it looks like you're talking to a burrito with a head sticking out of it. If for some reason no one buys this bitch, but enough people give me a huge deposit in order to buy it, then I can still buy my little place out yonder and then just foreclose on this bitch. But something tells me, something tells me I won't have to go that route. All right, get out of my face. I gotta go to sleep. Good night. Good morning. This is where I say something cute and funny to chronicle the struggle. But I ain't doing it this time, because I'm fucking running off of 3.5 hours of sleep, and I didn't even get a blue duck last night, so fuck you. It's moving day, and I gotta do one of these to start it out. Oh, good effing morning. You know how some people don't feel rushed at all when they go to buy a new house or sell a current place? Because they got options and they don't give a fuck whether that buyer buys it or the next one. Because they got options. Not your boy. This can go as fast as they say. I'd sit here and hold a boulder for 3 or 4 days if I needed to get it done. Because I want this deal to happen so I can put it behind me. You know what I'm saying? This is the before picture. How much of this damn media collection can I get cleared out of here in the next couple hours? hopefully in the next 45 minutes tops. I'm basically going to shove everything into a wooden crate and stack those wooden crates as wide and deep and tall as I can into the van, then go from there. Wish me luck, boys. Apparently, according to the text message I just got, someone will be here to look around this place at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Whew! It is time to rush, rush, rush. She's coming along, boys. Why do I have a feeling that after work tonight, I'm going to be up all night doing just enough to get this place ready for a bright ass early showing in the morning? Then be so damn tired, I just go to a hotel and crash completely the fuck out until the following morning. Why do I have a bad feeling that'll happen? You know, the person who's coming to look at this place paid $5,000 just for the chance to look at it first. $5,000 that's non-refundable. I made $5,000 just by texting back the word yes. If that were you, and you were walking through here and you seen something that pissed you the fuck off and you can't buy the place for whatever reason, and I don't know what that is, and I've never done this before, so I don't know what to expect. Is it possible that for $5,000 you would go, I think this is coming with me, or something like that? So all I'm saying is, I would like to put a few things securely away, and tonight is that opportunity for me to stay up all night if I need to. And it's one of those things where it would just be better to get it over with. And after that, I don't even have to think of it. I'm all showered and fresh for you. I just took my last bucket shower in this house. Not my last bucket shower in general, because I'll probably shower out of a fucking bucket somewhere. I mean, I'm an expert at it, so why not? But as far as this house goes, that's a wrap on the old bucket showers. I'm actually going to tear all this down and make it look like just a bathtub in here again, like the good old days. Because, like I've been saying, there's a showing as early as tomorrow morning, and the guy's paying $5,000 just for the showing that I get to keep regardless. So I'm not going to be showering and living in here pretty much anymore. I want to make it pretty for any future showings, or for this new buyer's potential move-in or whatever's going on soon. So, and hey, at $5,000 a pop, you can come and take a showing of this place anytime, any day of the week, baby. I don't care. I'll collect your money all day long. So, this is all coming down tomorrow in the next one, in the wee old next video. As far as this one goes, my friends, my colleagues, my family, my strangers, my sexual liaisons, this one needs to wrap up. It's time. Unfortunately, it is time to piss on this fire and pack up this camp, pack into the van, and start the van life journey. I will be right here with you tomorrow morning. So, share this video with everyone you know, or share one of my cool ones that I put out recently before this one. And do it, because it helps me out. If you want to contact me directly, please do so by emailing dougalonation@gmail.com. That is dougalonation@gmail.com. Until tomorrow morning, my friends, please know I love you. If a dumb dick like me can finally summon the balls required to pursue much bigger goals, then you can too. And most of all, just remember, please, don't be a duh.